speakers today are from a relatively new business here in town, Stretch Lab. But I'm going to call on Tammy Heisler to do our introductions. Tammy.
So I met Rob in June at the market, and then when they were first opening the new office. It's over by Publix on Main Street, and I met Bridget shortly thereafter. But I've been going there like once a week since June, and it's been really good. Like, it's good recovery after a workout. It helps with your mobility, and I think it's something people should definitely take advantage of. So I just wanted to have them come in today just to let you guys know what they do.
How is everybody? My name is Bridget Critchfield. I am the lead flexologist at Stretch Lab in Dunedin. What we do, you come in, you get an introductory stretch. We kind of tell you, what your areas are that need to be stretched. If you're having issues like sciatic issues, recovery from surgeries, if you play sports. We got any pickleball players or anything in here? It's great for that kind of thing. We do have people also that just like to come in, and it's really relaxing as well. So, some flexible people may just want to maintain their flexibility. It's also another great option. We do customize your sessions. So the sessions run either 25 minutes or 50 minutes. 25 minutes is a little bit more of a targeted area. So if you're having like a specific issue with something, we would work on that in the 25 minutes, whereas a 50-minute session is more head to toe. So you're really getting like the full experience with the 50. We like to focus on problem areas in certain muscle groups, just depending, like I said, on how active you are, what kind of activities you're doing, what you may be recovering from. It's great for increasing range of motion and flexibility, of course. Also reduces muscle and joint pain, improves posture, and improves sports performance, and helps reduce stress as well. So right now we are signing people up for a free 30-minute demo stretch, which we will be putting, after our demo, we'll show you guys what we do, and then you guys can come over, and if you'd like to come in for an appointment, we can get you set up today, okay? Any questions? Okay, so we will turn it over to Rob, and Rob's going to go over through a little demonstration of what we do.
Hi everybody, I'm Rob. I am the studio manager from Stretch Lab in Dunedin. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a little demonstration of what we do at our studio. Thank you for having us, and we're going to get started with the stretches. Could you come on over? What we do at Stretch Lab is we do one-on-one assisted stretching. We are trying to work on increased flexibility, range of motion, and mobility. It's all about how well you move. Right? So we have people that come in for a variety of reasons. Some people come in because they want to play a golf game, pickleball game. But the thing that we really like to work on is improvements in quality of life, getting in and out of a chair, getting down to pick your keys up, being able to stoop down and get into the garden. When we stretch, we like to keep it comfortable. We know that we're going to get the best improvements. Flexibility, range of motion with consistency and comfortable stretching. So we use a scale. It goes from 1 to 10. 1, you can barely feel the stretch at all. 10's as far as we can go before you feel discomfort. What we like to do is we like to stick with about a 5 to 7 out of 10 on that scale. That way you get a good stretch, but we're not causing the stretch reflex to fire. What we're going to do is I'm just going to start off with the low body. Little low back spinal decompression. Then we're just going to get the hips moving a little bit, warm up the joints. First stretch we're going to do is for it's a glute stretch for the glute, the hamstring. We're doing a little bit of a hip mobility assessment here. We're seeing how well the hip moves, trying to identify any restrictions. We start to slowly move into the movement, and I'm going to have her let me know when she feels a good comfort. We like to hold the stretch. We're going to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. That's allowing the muscle to start to loosen up a little bit, getting that blood flow up. We also use a technique. It's called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, PNF for short. Basically, what we're doing, it's a contract and relax technique. It's going to allow us to get a little bit deeper into the stretch while still maintaining that comfortable sensation. It's also going to build a little bit of strength. Not big gym muscles, but it's going to build a little bit of functional strength within the muscles that are around whatever joint we have to do. And when I tell you, I'm going to have you gently push back against the stretch while taking a deep breath. I want you to use about 15% of your strength. So it's a nice gentle push. Take a deep breath, gently push, deep breath. 3, 2, 1, relax, exhale. Do a little deeper into the stretch. Constant feedback, always trying to see how the stretch feels. You don't want to go to a point of pain. And relax. We're going to bring that down nice and slow. The next stretch we're going to do is we want to get into a hamstring stretch. We're going to do our stretches very calculated. We want to do it in a certain sequence. We want to use certain hold times, certain amount of rounds for the PNF. It just depends on what your goal is. We're going for that hamstring stretch. Tell me when you feel the stretch. Do the hamstring back here. We're going for that 5 to 7. Let me know this. We're going to hold right there. If anybody has any kind of low back discomfort, you're seated most of the day, a lot of times it's going to be due to tight hips, tight hamstrings. That's why we like to hit these. Deep breath. Push that heel into my hand. 3, 2, 1. Relax, exhale. You go a little deeper into the stretch. Deep breath. Gently push one more time. 3, 2, 1. Relax, exhale. Next muscle we want to stretch is the adductors. On the inside of the thigh, we're going to go for that 5 to 7. Tell me when you feel that stretch. Hold right there. Deep breath. And gently push your leg in by 3, 2, 1. Relax, exhale. Deep breath and gently push. 3, 2, 1. Relax, exhale. And one of the biggest things that we like to work on is symmetry. Because you have 2 sets of what? 2 sets of hamstrings. You got 2 sets of everything. You want to make sure that they're equal, symmetrical. Range of motion, flexibility, and strength. When we're not equal with flexibility, range of motion, both sides, when we don't have that symmetry, we start to develop what are called imbalances. And we're still going to walk, get in and out of the chair. We're still going to do the things we do every day, but the body's got to make some kind of compensatory movement pattern to make up for those imbalances. That's why we want to kind of stretch everything and clear those imbalances out so the body does work. If you've ever had sciatica, this is a great stretch for that. We're going to stretch a muscle called the piriformis. If you have a pair of pants on with a back pocket, that's where you're going to feel it. Deep in that back pocket on this side. Tell me when to stop. Hold for that 5 to 7. Hold right there. You know, I got a lot of people that come in just because they can't put their shoes and socks on, because they can't get that rotation all the way over. Deep breath. Gently push that to 3, 2, 1. Relax. That's 3, 2, 1. Relax. Relax and let that come down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the upper body and do a couple upper body stretches. So of course we're going to do some upper body stretches. We do stretches, everywhere from the neck down to the ankles. Just relax that neck. So what we do when we move into the upper body is in the lower body we were doing stretches of a 5 to a 7. Relax your neck. We were doing stretches of a 5 to 7 in the lower body. In the upper body, we're going to lower that down. We're going to go from more of a 3 to 5. Those smaller muscle groups, and we have a little bit less travel distance and range of motion, so we want to lower that tension down. Let's go for a 3 to 5 out of 10. We're going to stretch the low neck, upper back. Tell me when you feel that. Here, we're going to hold right there. What you do is take a deep breath, gently push your head back in my 3, 2, 1, relax, exhale. A little deeper. Gently push back my hands, 3, 2, deep breath. Relax, exhale. We're going to get some trap stretches now. We're going to bring that ear down the shoulder. Get you to put your right hand flat on that. Tell me when to stop. Go for that 3 to 5. You know, people that are seated a lot during the day, they're going to kind of develop certain characteristics that are similar. You know, these are the things that we're going to work on. The shoulders are always full, chest getting tight, neck coming forward. You know, we want to work on all that stuff to work on that posture. Deep breath, gently push your shoulder into my hand. Breathe. 2, 1, relax, exhale. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. Gonna get this side now. Tell me when to stop with that 3 to 5. We're gonna hold right there. Tension headaches, we work on all those neck muscles to try to relieve those. One of the really great benefits of getting a consistent stretch is it really helps improve your sleep. Improved mobility is definitely going to help you improve your sleep. Better quality sleep. Gently push your shoulder up. 3, 2, 1, relax, exhale. Seven. Let me get you to come up into the seated position. Now, of course, if this was the regular scenario and you guys were in our studio, we would stretch both sides. But for time, we're just going to show you the one side. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
The symmetry. If you've had injuries that prevent the symmetry from occurring, you have ways of adjusting so that you get more symmetry.
Absolutely. We're going for symmetry, right? So what we want to identify is we want to identify where you need improvements. Everybody that comes in, I tell them the same thing. You don't have a bad side. Each side just has different areas with greater potential for improvement. Because we use stretching, we're going to improve flexibility. But because we use the PNF technique, we're also improving strength. Because we're improving both, for example, Bridget is dominant right side. She's got a tighter right side. She's got a stronger right side, right? So the stretching we do with Bridget on her right side, she's going to, the stimulus of stretch is going to be something that she gets a little bit more out of on the right side because she is tighter. But the PNF we do on that side will also maintain strength. Same goes for the other side, where there's more strength opportunities for improvement. That'll be a little bit more beneficial. But that's what we're going for. Even symmetric.
The second one is scoliosis. Does the stretching that you're doing, because I have a slight bit of scoliosis, they tell me, does that help to straighten the spine?
It's not going to help anything structurally to that degree.
Okay.
It can help with discomfort that's associated with that, but we're not going to be able to make wholesale improvements straightening the spine.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, and that's what we're looking to do. Consistently stretching is going to improve your range of motion, increase the flexibility. So that's absolutely what we want. We're trying to determine the baseline of how far we can go. Stretch, just keep improving.
What about if you want to work on core? Work on core? How do you do core?
So we don't really do any stretches that are designed to stretch the core itself. We do stretching of pretty much everything that's kind of like lower, like low back, mid back, upper back. That's where a lot of the core tightness comes from. But a lot of the things that we do, like Bridget likes to have her clients in the seated position. We do stretches where they're lying flat face up, flat face down, on their side, seated. Bridget will do things that is going to do some kind of core activation. So whereas our programs aren't really designed around any kind of strengthening of the core, some of the things we do are going to contribute to that. Anyone else? Any questions? Yes. It's not a problem at all. Absolutely. It's just treated as another structure within the body. That's what the problem at all. We have people that come in that have had total hip replacement, total knee replacement, spinal fusion. We have a variety of those kind of things. So I have somebody that is fused from I think T5 to L4. You know, just anything you've got going on in that area, we're experienced with it, we're trained on it, we know how to work. So that would be no issue whatsoever.
And when there's no partner here, does that hinder you or help you, or what do you do?
Well, I mean, we're just gonna kind of work with what you got.
Yeah,
You know?
my distance.
Right. And we work with those kind of degenerative disorders. You know, it's not about, if you're not gonna come in one time and we're gonna all, you know, wave a magic wand, it's gonna fix you. But if it's like working out, consistency over time is where we get those true results. Yes. It depends on if that hardware is limiting that range of motion. If that hardware is physically not allowing you to go into that range, you know, it's like a door. You can't take that door any further. But if it's muscular, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's definitely something that we can work with. Anybody else? Thank you so much for letting us come today. Anybody come today? Questions, let us know. We'd love to have you all come up to the studio sometime in the next couple of weeks. We're doing 30-minute complimentary intro stretch. We can get you signed up for that today. Come on over and let's get you in for a complimentary stretch. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for that. Getting us stretched out, getting us limber, feeling better.